this to his base, to voters. They're silencing me. They're silencing my free speech because they know this is the only way they can win at the ballot box.
Well, Judge Chunkin really laid out early in August what the parameters would be. And I think, nobody can argue that from that time until now on his social media platform and in his public appearances that he continues to attack the judicial system, attack potential witnesses. He has talked about a tainted and unfair jury pool in Washington, D.C., where he thinks he can't get a fair trial. And all of these things actually point to what would be rather extraordinary. But it's not about silencing Donald Trump. He can say lots of things out on the campaign trail. He could actually talk about what he wants to do in a second term, but he can't attack the judicial system and the process and all of the people involved in that as a way to get his way and try to influence that pool. And I think that Judge Chunkin is going to come up with a scope of what Donald Trump can and can't do. And then he'll be in the position of either violating another order and then being forced to come back in front of her. I don't think it looks pretty for Donald Trump because he can hardly keep his mouth shut.
So, Renata, real quick, if Chutkin grants this gag order, if Trump violates it, what do you think happens next? Just simply move up the court, the beginning of the trial?
I think I think she's likely to do that. If she does grant Smith's request, at least in part, what I think she'd be doing there is essentially, having an additional order that tries to limit his social media posts. I imagine there'll be some motion practice after that, and in which Trump's arguing that he's being silenced, he's a presidential candidate, and so on. She just has been so savvy up till now. She's a very experienced litigator. I think that she's going to try to use the immense power that she has over this trial, the schedule, her rulings, to try to make some downside for Donald Trump and make it so that, he has an incentive to, obey with her orders. Because right now, he doesn't have any incentive. He basically sees it in his advantage to thumb his nose at the judge and try to rile up his base to get campaign donations and help himself.
Fernand, if you look at the unsealing of the documents, there was a significant development there, and that was, and we learned this, this week, that Twitter had turned over 32 direct messages